Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 119, Fundamental Statistics, Section 3.3, Problem 13. This is Section 3.3, problem number 13. It says vehicles traveling on Route 24 in Fall River have an average speed of 69 miles per hour with a standard deviation of 4 miles per hour. What would the speed of a vehicle be if it had a z-score of 1 to 1.50 and -1? So again, average speed, that means it's the average of the car's 69. A little over the posted limit, which is 65, seems reasonable. And again, what does the 4 mile per hour standard deviation mean? That means on average from one car to the next, the difference in their speed is 4 miles per hour. So keeping that in mind, and the z-score is how many standard deviations away from the average value something is, what would it mean to have a z-score of +1 in this case? It means one standard deviation larger than average because it's positive. So the average value is 69. One standard deviation higher would be one chunk of 4 miles per hour higher than 69, which would be 73 miles per hour. And again, that 73 came from the average value of 69 plus one standard deviation of 4 miles per hour. That was the 73. Now, how about a car that has a z-score of 2? Again, 2 means 2 standard deviations away from the average value. Because it's positive, it means 2 standard deviations larger, because it could be negative, 2 standard deviations less, which we'll see in Part E. But anyway, each standard deviation is 4 miles per hour. So 2 of those standard deviations would be 2 times 4, 8. 8 miles per hour faster than the average value, faster than 69 miles per hour. So 69 plus 8 more would be 77. And again, that 77 came from the average value of 69 plus 2 standard deviations. That's what this 2 means, 2 standard deviations bigger than the average value. Part C, what does it mean if the car has a z-score of 1.5 for its speed? So it'd be 1.5 standard deviations above average. So if one standard deviation is 4 miles per hour, 1.5 would be 6, right? Half of 4 is 2, so 4 plus another half, 4 plus 2 is 6. So you'd be 6 miles an hour faster than average, or 6 miles per hour faster than 69 miles per hour, which would be 75 miles per hour. And again, that 75 came from the average speed of 69 plus 1.5 times the standard deviation of 4. 69 plus 6, there's the 75. Part D, what does it mean for the car to have a z-score of 0 for its speed? Again, z-score is how many standard deviations away from the average value you are. If you're 0 standard deviations away from the average value, you are at the average value. So if the average value is 69 miles per hour and your z-score is 0, you're going the average speed, which is 69 miles per hour. And again, just to think about, if you write it out, it's the average speed of 69 plus 0 standard deviation. So 0 times 4. So 69 plus 0, there's your 69 miles per hour. Now, how about -1? That means you're going slower than average. So you're going 1 standard deviation slower than average. So 1 standard deviation is 4 miles per hour. You're going 4 miles per hour slower than the average speed of 69. So you'd be going 65 miles per hour if your z-score for your car speed is -1. And again, where does that 65 come from? It's coming from the average value of 69 minus, because it's a negative, 1 standard deviation.